Right now, you are carrying the most accurate timekeeping device in human history. The smartphone in your pocket synchronizes with atomic clocks, measuring time down to the nanosecond, and it provides this service for free. Yet, in October 2017, an auctioneer's hammer fell in New York, closing the sale on a mechanical wristwatch for $17.75 million. It was a Rolex Daytona previously owned by the actor Paul Newman, a device that loses multiple seconds every single day. That single transaction defies basic economic logic. In any normal market, superior, cheaper technology replaces an inferior, expensive one. But here, a watch that performs its primary job worse than a free app commanded a staggering premium. 2 years later in Geneva, a unique steel Patek Philippe Grandmaster chime sold for $31 million. Collectors weren't buying these objects to tell the time. A completely different metric of value operates in this market. The mechanical watch no longer serves a strictly practical purpose. By losing its utility as a necessary tool, it has evolved into a highly prized cultural artifact. This shift traces back to the 1970s, during what the industry calls the quartz crisis. Battery-powered quartz technology offered extreme accuracy at a fraction of the cost, rendering centuries of mechanical engineering obsolete almost overnight. To survive, the remaining Swiss watchmakers had to abandon the mass-market tool business entirely. Instead, they focused their efforts on preserving the fading arts of micromechanics and traditional craftsmanship. The value proposition reversed. Manufacturers stopped selling the result, the current time, and started selling the painstaking, human-driven process required to generate it. By stripping away the need to wear a watch for survival or navigation, quartz technology forced mechanical horology to elevate itself into a recognized fine art. Today, far from automated factory lines, independent masters work in quiet, analog studios. Many of these artisans reject modern computer-controlled manufacturing, relying entirely on their own hands and eyes. Projects like Naissance d'un Monde take this ethos to the extreme. Watchmakers use vintage, hand-powered tools rescued from scrapyards to build a sophisticated 21st-century timepiece entirely from scratch. This traditional method is deliberately, excruciatingly slow. A single handcrafted timepiece can consume up to 2,500 hours of intense labor over the course of a year. While machines can cut metal quickly, they leave microscopic burrs and machining marks. Only manual polishing, using techniques like beveling, can achieve the perfectly smooth surfaces necessary to eliminate friction and prevent wear over centuries. The immense financial value attached to these objects comes directly from this stubborn refusal to automate. In this industry, the extreme inefficiency of human labor is exactly what the buyer is aiming for. At the center of this labor is the escapement. This mechanism acts as the heartbeat of the watch, controlling the violent release of stored energy from the mainspring and dividing it into measurable fractions of a second. For hundreds of years, traditional escapements relied on pallet stones sliding across angled gear teeth. This sliding action creates continuous friction, requiring delicate liquid lubricants that eventually degrade, thicken, and destroy the watch's accuracy. Watchmaker George Daniels solved this centuries-old problem by inventing the coaxial escapement. His geometric design separated the locking action from the impulse action, replacing the sliding movement with a direct radial pushing impulse. By virtually eliminating sliding friction, the coaxial escapement drastically reduces the need for oil, extending the movement's operational lifespan far beyond traditional limits. You can see another hidden architectural solution in the gears themselves. Watchmakers cut the teeth into mirror image involute curves, ensuring a constant single point of contact between meshing gears for continuous energy transmission. These microscopic mathematical solutions to physical constraints transform the watch into a masterpiece of structural engineering. The modern auction market provides a stage where these mechanical feats are heavily scrutinized. Houses like Phillips and Christie's turn routine sales into high-stakes financial events. The auction catalog itself has evolved from a simple inventory checklist into a peer-reviewed historical text, dense with high-resolution macro photography, primary archival research, and dial patina analysis. Collectors rigorously evaluate original configurations and rarity. Because certain complications were rarely produced in utilitarian metals, a stainless steel casing can command millions of dollars more than the exact same watch in solid gold. Forensic provenance ultimately determines the final price. The market investigates exactly who owned the piece, when they wore it, and whether its internal components remain entirely unpolished and historically intact. In the vintage market, buyers do not pay for the raw material weight of precious metals. They pay for the verified, unrepeatable history attached to a specific object. Dedicated museums now protect these objects with the same curatorial rigor applied to Renaissance architecture and classical painting. This academic curation authenticates the intellectual property and craftsmanship of traditional watchmaking, ensuring the techniques and heritage survive for future scholars and collectors. Purchasing a mechanical watch today is a highly conscious, deeply emotional rejection of our fast, disposable, digital era. The ultimate luxury being purchased is the hundreds of hours of human passion, patience, and unbroken concentration required to conquer time.
Subscribe for more luxury.